Hey guys, welcome to Horror and Me. I'm your host Aaron Mitchell, and on today's video I promised you guys that I would give you an update on my fish tanks. A lot of you guys have been messaging me over the last few weeks asking me to show you guys my tanks now that they're all pretty much established, and so I'm going to do that today. I'll go through each of my tanks that I currently have set up. I just went to the fish store to pick up some feeder guppies for my cichlid tank. So I'll show you guys a live feeding of that as well, as feeding my angel tank and my frog tank and stuff like that. So I'm excited to show that stuff to you guys. So wait till I get home and we'll go through them one by one. I didn't film footage of my work tank. I also have a nano tank at my job in my office. I'll just do like a little Instagram thing this week and show you guys that one, but I will show you the 4 tanks I have at home. So without further ado, let's get to know my tanks. Okay guys, so we are home now, and I'm going to take you into my fish room slash office, I guess you can say. So these are my tanks here. This is kind of where I do my work. You guys see me sitting in here a lot when I live stream and stuff like that. So we'll start with the smallest tank, and then I will show you guys what I've got going on here. So over here in the corner, this is my neon tetra tank. A bunch of different colors: magenta, blues, pinks, greens. I just have a little setup here. This is also my breeder tank. I just have a bubbler going, a filter, heater obviously. But I don't know if I can see it. If you can see right there, this is one of the babies that I raised. I don't know if you remember me talking about having fry about a month ago. There's the other one. I ended up keeping 2 of them from that first batch of fry. I actually have separated the mother and the father since then, so they don't keep breeding. But these are the 2 I am going to keep that will eventually go into the large cichlid tank. But as of right now, there's just snails in here. Again, this is just mainly just to keep breeding or keeping smaller fish until they are large enough. There's also some shrimp in there. I don't know if you can tell in the back. But yeah, this is my little 20-gallon that just kind of sits here in the corner. And it looks really awesome at night once the black light is on and they're all glowing. So really cool. Next to that, the next size up is my 40-gallon breeder tank. This is my angel tank. I'll show you guys all my angels here. They're getting pretty large. As you can see, this is the boss hoss of the whole tank. And then also the biggest striped one, this guy here. But what I've got here is, I don't know if you can see them there. These are peppered cory cats. I have 4 of them in this tank. This is also baby mama, my convict cichlid that I've separated from the male in the larger tank. So she is the mother of these little guys that I was just showing you. Also, I have a rainbow shark in there. I have a pleco hanging out in the corner. I'm going to try to find them. They're kind of all over the place. There's one. This is a red hump earth eater. These are juveniles. There's 2 of them in here. And they will eventually also be moved to the larger cichlid tank. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have my gouramis. These are Indian. Really, really, really pretty fish. I have 2 red gouramis and 2 blue. I don't know if you can see the blue in the background there. But they just hang out. Really, really cool fish. I will do a live blackworm feeding as well with this tank because they are hungry. They have not eaten today yet. So I'll feed this tank for you guys. I will also feed my frog tank. This is my 55-gallon. The reason the water is lower is because the frogs have to come up and get air. I tend to keep about 2 to 4 inches off the top. And then, so I'll show you my African claw frogs. There's 5 of them in here. I will also show you a live feeding of them as well. They love live blackworms. So you'll kind of see they're really funny. They scoop them up into their mouths. Really, really fun to keep. They're just they have so much personality, especially when they're eating. Really, really funny. I also have 3 electric blue Acaras in this tank. They are tank mates, really pretty fish. There's 2 males, you can see here, and the female down in the corner, she's swimming around. There's also a large leopard pleco in here as well that helps clean the tank, and then 2 larger rainbow sharks. So they live in this 55-gallon. One of my favorite tanks. I love the frogs. They're just so much fun to look at. They get along really, really well with the blue Acaras. I looked around online for a long time to see what kind of good tank mates would be for African claw frogs, and it just worked out that the blue Acaras love it in here. They're really good friends, it seems like. They're always playing with the frogs, so it's been working out. Alright, so now to the big tank. This is my 125-gallon African cichlid and South American tank. It's kind of like a mix between the two. When I first started, I pretty much dedicated to Lake Malawi in Africa. But since then, I've kind of changed it up a little bit. So my friend Laura from Laura's Looney Bin, she likes to name my fish, so I'm going to go through them, introduce them to you guys. This first guy here is Sunny. If you can see, he's kind of turned right now, but this is a gold Severum. He's fairly large. Over here in the corner is Curry, my clown knife. Obviously, I named him Curry after Tim Curry. Also, I have 2 electric Malawi Maniganos. They're hanging out. Laura has named these. This is Rudy and Lynn. So this is Lynn down here. And where's Rudy? Rudy's right there. And there's my clown knife, you can see. I'll try to get him swimming. He's really cool. Also have some large plancas in here as well. This is my dinosaur bicker. Almost like an eel. Really, really cool. He's still young. He's probably only about 4 inches long. This is my firemouth. His name is Fire, obviously. Down there, that is Zach. Zach is kind of the douchebag of the tank. He used to pick on a lot of them. He's kind of calmed down since. But he is a peacock Manuba hybrid. Then there's the 3 albino, what are they? Albino, crap, I'm having a blank here. Oscars, there we go, albino Oscars. I call them my 3 ladies, even though they are all male. They will get super large, but they're really fun. They're always hanging out together like that. This is Pedro down here. That is a Lake Malawi bumblebee. The yellow one in the background. This is Rosie. That is a jewel cichlid. Over here is Baby Daddy. That's my convict cichlid that had the babies with baby mama that I showed you in the 40-gallon breeder. This is Big Blue. This is my Lake Malawi peacock. This is Jack. This is my large, beautiful Jack Dempsey. I love this fish. He is getting quite large as well. In the back, I don't know if you can see it, he's striped in the back there. That is Jake. He is a lemon Jake. He's not really colored up right now, but really, really cool fish. This is also my navy blue and yellow striped Manigano from Lake Malawi. I don't know if you can see him there in the back. This is my very large saddleback bicker. He is about 12 inches long and about, I don't know, I would say like $50 around. And the glare is kind of gnarly there. You'll see them when they start eating. Am I missing any others? Oh, this is my my Malawi lake trout. Very, very cool fish as well. And I think that is my entire tank. So what I'm going to do here, let me just back out, is I'm going to feed this tank some live guppies. I will feed this tank live blackworms, and I will also feed this tank live blackworms. So I'm going to have to get it set up here, but I will show you. I don't know if you can tell. try to get some light here. These are live blackworms. I don't know if you can tell I'm moving around or not. You can see it's kind of there. They were in the fridge, so they might be might take a little bit of time for them to warm up. But they are alive, and these guys go crazy for them. Where do you see them eat? It's been a while since I've attempted a live guppy feeding with this tank, but they haven't eaten since yesterday. I typically feed my tanks twice a day, but I wanted to make sure that they ate for you guys. Oh, there's another one. This is Baby. This is my parrot, my blood parrot. He is one I forgot to show you guys in the large tank. I love him. He was one of my first fish, and he's just awesome. So I will also feed the large tank probably about 40 guppies. You guys can see here. And then I will store the rest in this tank until I need them. But I typically feed this tank, especially with my large saddleback in the back. He eats everything. He eats blood or beef heart, pretty much anything I throw in the tank. Chicken. I mean, he's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna get set up here. I'll show you guys a live feeding. I will start with the smaller tanks and the blackworms first, and then I will jump and show you guys the large tank. So we are gonna feed the 40-gallon breeder right now with my angelfish. Again, they love live blackworms. So I have them here in the cup. Just gonna swirl them around and just watch them. They go nuts for it. The cool thing about live worms is they will, most of them will escape and then hide in the substrate, and then it'll be food for everyone for a few days. Obviously I feed them every day, but it's nice to be able to have a little something in the tank as well. But you can tell angelfish, the blackworms, are one of their favorite foods. But I mainly feed this tank flake, frozen brine shrimp, and blackworms. These are my Pictus catfish. I think I forgot to show them to you. I have 2 of them in there as well. But you can see them eating the peppered koi cats, baby mama. So yeah, that is this tank. So we'll move on over to the frog tank. This is my most fun tank to feed because they're just so funny. So let's go over here. Let's open this up. I gave them a bunch because I want you guys to see them go kind of crazy, but watch this. Boom. So the acars are going to go crazy. The frogs are going to go crazy here in a second. This is what's cool about them. See how they stuff them in their mouth? But once they find this, African claw frogs don't have the best eyesight, but once they find that little blob of live bloodworms, or blackworms, you will see them go nuts. They just gotta find it. Yep, there we go. The one in the back found the pile. You can see how crazy they go. But again, the beauty of the live blackworms is they will hide in the substrate, and then they kind of live in the tank for a little bit until they all get eaten. I'm waiting until all 5 of them come over to the blob of them. They're just so funny. They get nuts. So yeah, they all seem like they're doing fine. The cars are eating as well. So cool. So let me prep the guppies for the large tank, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have the guppies prepped. I probably have 40, maybe 50 of them in here. And you can see the Oscars look hungry. They are just waiting. What I like to do when I feed them, especially live food, is I like to put them in this little transfer box and kind of let them sit there for a little bit so they're kind of looking at them. Making sure that they are aware that they are there, because once these fish go in, they're going to scatter all over the place and you're going to start to see them hunting. So the goal is to try to get them to eat them pretty much when they drop. So let's see. Here we go. So you can see they are all over. So they are now being hunted. With the lid on. Now this will take some time. Let's see if we can get one. You see the Oscar grabbed a big one there. Let me see. Oscar's gonna grab one. I'm trying to get a really good shot of I mean, they're going to town. Here we go. Some of the Oscars over here. Sorry, that glare is pretty crazy. There we go. But again, it happens very quickly. And like I said, there was what, 40 in there? And I'm just seeing a few floating around now, as you can tell. So yeah, that was the live feeding of guppies in the African South American cichlid tank. All right, well, I want to say thanks guys for tuning into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out my tanks. Again, if you have any questions or anything about cichlids or angelfish or anything like that, just let me know. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Please like and comment. Let me know what you guys think about the tanks, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you guys enjoyed this content and would like to see future episodes of Horror in Me, please subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to keep in contact with me to see more of my content, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search Horror in Me. See you guys next time.